There we go. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm blinded. Welcome, guys, gals, non-binary pals, to the stream. More tea. It's always time for tea. Alright. Welcome. It is a glorious multiplayer Monday. I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so I'm not as energetic as usual. So I do apologize. We got our quick announcement, which is Shockbite Gaming servers down below. Links down below. Servers are pretty decent. They run fairly well, and they're not very expensive. So they help you out. They help me out. Help keep the lights on. By all means, check that out. So there is that. Now, what are we doing today? Well, let me turn down the music. Dear Lord. Okay, now I remember why I turned down the music so much. We're hitting a lag spike. I think we're hitting a lag spike. Alright. So, with that being said, I have certain people and partners in crime right now. Let me turn on voice activity. There we go. Now I have voice activity on, so that way the other person who's on my Discord can also hear what I'm saying. I have...
Hello!
Yep. There's Anne. Anne's here, and she's doing her farming. And I have my other partner in crime, Gamera. We do not know where Ramen is at this time, but he's probably at work or something.
Yeah.
That's my question. I think we're hitting another lag spike, by the way.
We are. I have noticed that quite a bit. I was going to ask you, do you think it might be worthwhile to do a quick restart? It usually takes about 10 minutes, and we could get that going.
Yeah, we can just do a quick restart and see if that helps real quick. Yeah, we'll get that taken care of, because dang, that's a little rough. It's being... Oh,
Alright.
I hit the wrong button. There we go. So let's quickly disconnect and
Yep.
do a quick restart. I'll hit the restart button.
Yeah, I did a ticks per second check earlier and got a response of 1 tick per second when there's supposed to be 20.
Oof.
I'm just like, wow.
That's not good.
No.
So while we're waiting for this thing to reset, we can at least talk about some of the things we were discussing earlier about MC Eternal and some of the things they can help fix.
Yes.
So let me hit the big reset button real fast. Alright. If the reset button worked, I hit restart. Did it work?
It might take it a second because the server's lagging.
Yeah. Alright. Hopefully that is going to be the case. Alright. I think we can all agree Cyclic, out of all the mods in this pack that needs to go, Cyclic needs to go the most.
Yeah, I mean, they seem pretty united against it. So that the only reason that a couple of the folks on the MCE Discord mentioned it was still in there is because of the Diamond Anvil, which is great for repairing. And there are a couple of other things that I think are worthwhile. I'm fond of the torch launcher, just to sling torches all over the place. That's, you know, really fun. But
No, you're not going to have to back out entirely, hun. I hit the restart button. It's still not going. Maybe I have to reload the page? Yeah, here it goes. I had to reload the page. It's going.
oh yeah, I guess when you hit the restart button, it does disconnect your console session. So
Yeah. That happens. Yeah, but to be brutally honest,
This pack is stupid big
like
and not put together well.
I would say everything that Cyclic brings to the table, though, other mods they already have in the pack, do it already and do it better. With the exception of the Diamond Anvil, which, yeah, the Diamond Anvil's more efficient at repair, but yeah. I'd rather take a hit in efficiency in repair and not have my server lag and crash all the time.
Well, I mean, the other thing, the Diamond Anvil lets you repair stuff that sometimes doesn't have other obvious ways to repair it. Like, you know, a lot of normal stuff you can repair in an anvil, or if it's Tinker's stuff, you can repair it in a Tinker's table. But there's some things like fire charms and whatnot that just don't seem to have any good way to repair them.
But once again, I'd rather have just remake those items
Sure.
than to just constantly have my server constantly lag out and crash. I feel like it's a difference of minor inconvenience in the game versus being unable to play the game at all.
Right, and honestly, what I had done before I learned about the Diamond Anvil in this playthrough was I would just get an anvil pet, and if I needed to repair some stuff, I'd pick up the pet, I'd make sure I had iron nuggets in my inventory, and just let it take some time and repair all my gear.
And I'm kind of going in order of what I typed. The next thing down was nuclear craft for me, and that was like, honestly, nuclear craft is too complex, and the radiation mechanics are just way too unforgiving and too impossible to contain.
I think I mentioned that in my solo 144 game that I had the issue that basically I picked up some radioactive materials somewhere, I stuck them in a box in my base, and then like a couple of game days later I found out that I have radiation sickness, and I had no idea of that. You know, I had no idea.
There was no warning.
Yeah.
It doesn't explain it well. It doesn't give you any heads up. And the fact that also the nuclear reactor doesn't contain the radiation is also a problem. Because when you actually build a reactor in any other sense of the word, like in any other like video game or in real life or whatever, it's designed to contain the radiation.
Sure.
That's the whole fucking point of the damn thing.
Yeah, there should be some kind of radiation blocking block, you know?
Well, the radiation blocking block should be the reactor casing.
Sure, yeah.
That should be the whole point of it.
There should also be like a chest that is radiation proof, like a lead chest you can store your isotopes in.
And I'm not sure if you've ever been in my basement since I had the reactor.
Not really, no.
Okay. I have radiation scrubbers going from bedrock all the way to the top of my basement. Like the floor of my basement.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Lining the corners. And then I have the grid, which you saw the picture of.
Yep.
All right? The total number of radiation scrubbers, which I calculated out, was a little over 300 scrubbers. Like, it was like 307 scrubbers.
Wow.
All right? That was not enough when we had radiation turned on our server to contain the radiation.
Mm-hmm.
When they were fully powered.
Yep.
That is insane. Like, I understand my reactor is huge. I understand it's a 24 by 24 by 24 reactor. But I shouldn't need 300 plus, like 300 plus scrubbers should do the job.
Yeah, and you know, the scrubbers seem to be somewhat ineffective in general. You know, there's in any kind of game, video game, tabletop game, whatever, there's this tension between realism and fun, and there are weird people who think realism is fun, and I do not understand those people.
I don't either. Yeah, Wizen, welcome. Yeah, no, the modded reactor isn't shielded. It doesn't work that way. It's so dumb. But, like, there are other mod packs that do reactors. Like, there's Simply reactors. Crap. Zippity mentioned another one. I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. Its reactor is also shielded. When you build the reactor, unless you break open the casing, you don't deal with radiation.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, and that's fun and manageable.
Yeah. But also, at the same time, the nuclear craft, gives you 1.7 million RF per tick. Mm-hmm. You don't need that much power.
Generally speaking, I cannot think of anything to do with that much power.
All right? That's kind of insane. Like, now...
Why is this thing old?
Because it's uploading, hon. It's doing its thing. Okay. It's not fully up yet. Yes, games are represented... Are representative reality. That's why RPG towns are like 3 houses, cities are like 10. Representative aspect is representing that it is a game well, and then becomes a simulation. Yeah. Hey, Zippity! Speaking of the devil, Zippity's here. Zippity could probably mention what the mod was that he was talking about with nuclear craft. I cannot remember it. But for example, simply reactors, if you do the higher end one, which is the turbine, the steam turbine, at the high end it can produce 29,000 RF per tick, which is respectable.
Yeah.
You don't really need much more than that. And if you need more than that, you build another fucking reactor.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, I've got my ethylene set up in my basement, and I basically am feeding currently 9 gas burning generators, and together they are providing about 100,000 RF, and that's enough.
Yeah, I got my magmatic generators, each one of them producing, I forget how much RF per tick, with a storage capacity of 800,000. And, like, I'm never out of power. I'm actually selling power to the player store.
Yep.
At a very, like, rapid pace. But here's the crazy thing. The nuclear craft reactor isn't even endgame.
No.
And that's what blows my mind. Like, all this work, all this aggravation isn't even endgame. I could understand if this was the endgame reactor. But it's not. It's mid-game.
No. I would say late mid-game, but yeah, it's not late game.
Yeah. When it comes to RF output, there are far more server-friendly sources to produce power than nuclear craft. Yeah, there is. One of them is, and I'm looking at it right now, is the, what is it called? The Career Bees reactor. All right? And this son of a bitch produces 1.67 billion RF per tick.
Yep.
That's the late game reactor.
Yes.
Like, Christ, how much... When would you need that much energy?
I cannot think of any base that would consume that much energy. The only thing I could think of would be selling power just at a ridiculous level. Because
the only way I could see needing that much energy is if you had a large server of like 50 plus people.
Okay.
And you were the only power supplier for that server. Like, you were the power plant person.
I could see that.
And that's it. But this pack cannot do that. We found that this pack cannot even handle double-digit players.
No.
It is not possible.
We were doing all right with 4, and when we moved past 4, we started to see performance hits.
Yeah. And that's really bad.
Yeah.
This is not a well-designed pack, and they really need to take it back to, like, cut back a lot of these mods. Like, the next one we're going to talk about is Ice and Fire. And I agree with you one simple reason. Drop the damn mod.
Yeah.
I like, don't get me wrong. The dragons are cool. The idea when I first heard it was like, this could be cool. Let's go fight some dragons other than the Ender Dragon. This could be fun as hell. But they are far too often. How do I describe this? You remember like the Borg and the way they used to be in like Next Gen?
Uh-huh.
And then we started encountering them in Voyager and how they became like the villain of the week.
Yep.
That's how that's how the dragons became in this.
Yeah.
It literally was like, we ran into a dragon. It was like, oh no, another dragon. Shink, let's go fucking murder it.
And honestly, I like a lot of the Ice and Fire stuff, but one, there are some bugs in the code, as we found out.
Oh my God.
Apparently, every dragon you encounter stays chunk loaded until the server resets. So basically, every dragon stays in memory, and that's not great.
No.
That is not conducive to good server performance. I like some of the other monsters, like the hippogriffs and the nagas and the hydras and all. That's all cool stuff to have. But there are mod packs, or excuse me, there are mods that I think are designed better to be like standalone mods, and I think Ice and Fire is a good standalone mod if you're just going to do Ice and Fire stuff.
Zippity said Mechanism has a late game reactor, gate reactor. He probably meant late game, but it needs so many ticking devices to keep it fuel, especially large multi-blocks, air-cooled, plenty of power. It's as long as you don't go overboard in power consumption. The moment you go with boiler and turbine, suddenly the server tick usage goes up the wahoo. Yeah, there are so many better mods to do that with. Like, for example, when we ran the 112 2-pack, alright, when we did that, we didn't run into any server issues when I had 2 reactors running. One of them with the turbine. Server didn't slow down.
Well, this was on your desktop.
And I was running it off my desktop. You get what I mean, man?
Yeah.
That's the wild thing. I was just like, what the hell? The other thing I wanted to point out, though, with Ice and Fire, and we both agree with this. Fuck pixies. Fuck those things. But like,
now,
no.
They're cute, but they're fucking evil.
They're steely little shits that like to fucking rob everybody.
They're cute, but evil.
There's a later update to Ice and Fire that is not an MCE that fixes the pixies so they can only steal stackable items. So if you have a stack of iron ingots, they can steal those, but they can't steal your sword. They can't steal your armor. They can't steal your, flux bore drills.
Yeah. But like with the way this pack is as current,
right?
Pixies could steal your Tinker's construct weapon or tool that you've put a lot of work into, a lot of levels into, and it's gone forever.
Well, if you don't kill them immediately, yes. Basically, they can disappear into their little hidey holes, and it can become unrecoverable.
Yeah.
Which is just awful.
Yeah. Dear Lord. But the same problem I have with nuclear craft, I also have with advanced rocketry. It's just insanely too complex when there are far simpler options that give you way less headache and the same reward.
Yeah, I don't like multi-blocks in general. I think that, MCE, even one of the tool tips when you're logging in sometimes says multi-block machines that span between 2 different chunks may exhibit unexpected behavior. It's like, well, then don't do multi-block machines then. Holy shit.
Yes, and stop doing it. It's like punching yourself in the face, and you're like, oh yeah, punching yourself in the face may cause bruises and hurt you. Then stop fucking doing it. It's like, shit. The Ice and Fire mod is okay when it's relegated, forget my spelling, to its own dimension. But the moment all dimensions are involved, it kills the server ticks.
Yeah.
The server's back up, by the way.
It is. I just logged in, and
right.
Let me do a quick
test. Search these freaking items just in general.
But there's that. The next one I wanted to point out, though, was the number of mods. There are 325 mods in this pack. A lot of them do the same thing. There are quite a few of them that overlap.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a problem. They need to trim that down, pick the ones they want to stick with, and go with that.
Yeah.
Agricraft, we easily pointed that out. The one issue, which was, if they're going to go with Agricraft, just put it in the config file. Hardcore is off.
Yeah, that would be a nice default. And, there are a couple of problems with the pack that could easily be fixed by, let's just change the defaults. And they've done that for other mods in the pack. Like the Corrail's Tombstone, they've changed the defaults to make them friendlier. And I don't know why they haven't done that with some of the other mods.
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't know to do it, or I'm just not sure.
Well, I think something you said earlier that I wanted to go back to. You said, it's a poorly designed pack, and I think the misconception there is that this is not even a designed pack. This is, hey, these things are cool, let's put them in. They don't.
Yeah, it's a throw together.
And basically, when they have a problem like 2 mods conflict, they go in and they disable it. So they do triage stuff, but it's not really designed in the sense of, all these things should go together. So you get those performance issues.
Hun, it's up.
I know. I was trying to do something I said I was going to do earlier, and Kroger doesn't let you search just for non-dairy.
Oh, that's lovely. All right.
So I was literally trying to.
What? Why am I jumping? Why am I jumping? Okay, there it goes. So there was that. We both agreed just get rid of vampirism. It's just, it doesn't give you anything worthwhile.
No.
It's fun to play around with for a little bit. And then
If the pack was built around it and around its mechanics, I could see it being fun.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I do not see it being a worthwhile thing. It's not a pack you add in addition. It's got to be something that has to be the focus.
Yeah, again, it seems like a mod that is designed better to be its own thing.
Yeah. Alright, so the bees are still doing their thing. Cool. I'm trying to mass produce bees. I got at least a stack now of every type of Meadows drone in one of these, and forest drones in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get several stacks before I start going to town on career bees.
Sure.
So while that's going on. But the big reason why I want to point this out is like what we noticed earlier. Towns get traded back and forth in the vampirism mod. And this causes towns to mass reproduce.
Yeah, there's a glitch where they get under attack, they summon more, hunters or vampires, and it seems to also spawn villagers too. So we will routinely stumble across a village where there's 100 villagers and 50 iron golems just because they are constantly under attack and spontaneously creating more people.
Well, I found out what the problem was. Vampirism
Okay.
was originally designed for a basic mod, like Minecraft. It was not designed for some of the mods that are in this, like Totemic and Rats and some of the other things. You know, the mods that create extra villagers, like those
Okay.
those extra career villagers, like the
Okay.
Plague Doctor, the Witch Doctor,
And the shamans and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is, when the town moves from vampire to hunter, it has to go through each step. It goes vampire, neutral, hunter, and then hunter, neutral, vampire.
And at each step, it checks to see if it has a plague doctor and tries to spawn one, for instance.
Well, no, it leaves those alone.
Okay.
It's the other merchant-style villagers
Okay.
that it reproduces.
Okay.
Because it assumes automatically
that
that everyone is dead. Because usually how the vampirism mod works is the whole town becomes vampiric, or the whole town becomes hunter.
Right.
And in order to take over the town, all the vampires have to kill all the hunters, or all the hunters have to kill all the vampires.
Gotcha.
So in order to make sure that there isn't a ghost town, they respawn all the villagers as neutrals, and then they can get converted. So that's how the
Yeah.
mod is traditionally supposed to work. But because they all have extra careers and extra shit, it confuses the mod and makes them spawn again.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That's the glitch. I actually had to research it for a while.
Yep. Makes perfect sense, though.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's just like, why? This is what happens when you don't look carefully into this. And it's under the vampirism mod. It says, do not mix this with other mods that involve villager careers.
Because it will fuck it up.
Because the mod developers for vampirism pointed this out.
Yeah.
So apparently someone in MC Eternal did not notice this. Dad Link Adventures, welcome!
Welcome, traveler.
Hey, welcome to the tavern, my friend. Pull up a drink, get yourself a stool, and let us know what adventures you're getting into, my friend. We're playing some MC Eternal and talking about some of the upsides
The
and
stupidity that they did with this pack.
some of the upsides and downsides with it. I will also say another thing I'm not a fan of is the fact that they have a list of mods to remove.
I mean, so there are a couple of them. The ones that they say this would be removed in the next version of the pack, I understand that. They've had mods that they've put
Welcome,
in before that
traveler.
they couldn't make work, and then they decided to take out. I get that. The ones where they say, oh, remove these mods if, you're having lag on your server or whatever, I'm like, half of them don't do anything useful.
So why have them?
So why have them?
Yeah. 1 second. BMF Mercy, welcome to the tavern. Grab yourself a drink, pull up a chair, and have fun with the tales. But yeah, I agree with you. By the way, Gamera. Yeah, why have them?
The hats mod, it's fun, it's silly, and apparently it's one of the ones that they mark for lag on servers because I guess every time a mob is spawned, it has to check and see if it needs a hat and which one to assign to it. And maybe it's only a little bit of lag, but the fact that they've singled it out as one to remove tells me, then why have it?
Yeah. Same with instrumental mods.
Yep.
Why have that? Signposts, another good one.
The signpost one, I think, is one that, okay, I can understand the appeal of having signposts that are meaningful and point in different directions, but if it's going to cause lag, it's not worth it.
Or my personal favorite, the summoner one. It's just like, they said, like, multi-mod, primitive mods, and summoner. It's like, the last three will be removed, and I'm like, that makes sense. But you know they're not gonna, they cause lag, so why include them in the first place when you already know you're including so many mods in your pack? Lag is going to be an issue.
Well, I think the reason I'm cutting them slack on those is because they may not have discovered that they caused lag until they were a part of the pack and had been designed in with like quests and stuff, and then went, oh crap, they're causing lag. And then they probably went through a couple of tries to, let's see if we can fix the lag. And then probably the latest iteration is, oh, we can't fix the lag, so next version update, let's cut them.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a typical software development kind of mindset, and I think that's okay in my book.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the worst thing in the world.
Right.
It's just, one of the things when you're doing software development is you got to know limitations. Or you at least got to keep it in your mind. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got to keep somewhat of your hardware and software limitations. And it feels like in this pack, they didn't. They did not keep hardware and software limitations in their minds at all.
And I think that's true. And I see what Zippity is saying, that, you know, it feels like someone went through CurseForge, saw the list of mods that look cool, and just kind of is like, I'll include that, and that, and that, and that. And I don't think they gave a lot of thought to server play.
I don't think they gave a lot to single-player play either. Because if you do enough of this stuff, it will lag out your single-player as well and crash it.
I will say that my single-player 144 experience was pretty good. Not at 16 gigs of RAM, like it was not great at that level, but once I added another 16 to 32 and basically said, hey, Java, you can have 16 gigs all to yourself, then it was very good for me. But knowing what I know now, I would have turned off some of the mods still, though.
Yeah, but also at the same time, that's 16 gigs of RAM. Like, when I ran this on my computer, the server that I was running off my computer had 16 gigs of RAM. The client had 20 gigs of RAM, which means everything in total was getting 36 gigs of RAM out of my 64.
Yep.
That is insane.
If it
Yep.
cannot suffice with that, there's a problem.
And it was still running laggy. Like, I understood at that point it was my processor. It was holding me back. Like, I only had an i7, but even then, an i7 still, you know, moderately decent, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, I think it's manageable in single player, and of course in single player it's a lot easier to go, oh, well, you know what, this mod's giving me troubles, I'll go ahead and do the one quest that's associated with it, and then I'll turn off the mod, or, hey, this mod doesn't even have any quests associated with it, I can just turn it off, and I don't have to worry about syncing config files to a bunch of players. You got more freedom.
I just realized I screwed up something. I forgot to put down... the gold pattern on the ground first. I'm doing Natura while we're talking. And I made a mistake. There it goes. So
I will say the restart does seem to have helped our lag considerably.
Yeah. It's still lagging a little bit, but not... It's not impossible.
Yeah, we're at about 25%.
Just enough to make some funny images.
Yes. We're at about 25% full ticks per second speed, and 25% is definitely playable.
Zippity, sounds like the pack makers do not want to go back and undo the issues they created prior to adding stuff like quests, so they opted for the lazy method of suggesting do this and that to remove rather than doing the work necessary to go back, remove the mods, remove the references to the mods, and then release the pack in a workable state.
I mean, yes and no. I agree with that in part. I think that they have occasionally gone back. Like, there used to be that big airship pack in this.
Oh, yeah, Archimedes. Jesus Christ.
And
Nope,
they
we're not talking about that monstrosity.
they took it out, and rightly so.
Yeah, Archimedes was fucking broken.
Archimedes was bullshit.
I think
but
I
yeah,
Archimedes was bullshit.
They have taken the lazy option in a couple of places, like with some of the quests that are available, they can't be done because they've disabled certain things. Like there's a pet master quest that's sort of inspired by Pokemon, and it's a challenge quest to collect all the pets, but one of them's not available because they literally disabled it.
Yeah, so you can't get it.
So there might be a workaround. There's a multi-pet that can change into any pet, and that might be a way around it, but it's still pretty cheesy and awful. And the Electroblob's wizardry quests. There are collect every artifact, and then there's a learn every spell, but I'm thinking, based on what they've told me, that it's actually cast every spell, and two of the wizard spells for Electroblobs are completely disabled, and you cannot cast them in the pack.
Oh, lovely. So we cannot get 100%.
Well, I'm going to see if I can prove that. I'm going to try to collect all the spells, because you can do that. And if that doesn't trigger it, then we might be able to just manually, because it's based on an advancement, we might be able to manually trigger the advancement and say, look, we've gathered all the spells, we cannot cast all of them because of this restriction, let's just give ourselves credit for the quest.
Yeah, same thing with the artifacts. When I converted my Mojang account to a Microsoft account, when did I lose the name tag Wizen? It depends on the situation. Someone may have already taken the name. I know some people had to change their names.
We both got lucky and got to keep ours.
Yeah, my wife got to keep hers. I did change my name to my streaming name, so I went with that instead. Okay,
I never had a Mojang account.
Yeah.
I only got into Minecraft after it was cool.
Yeah. Man, this fish doesn't keep you filled for very long. The everlasting raw salmon.
Well, keep in mind that you're probably having to regenerate health because every time you log on, if you're wearing the Ring of Odin, you have to heal 10 hearts.
That's true. It's crazy that it takes that long to eat food and pick up drops. Yeah. Yeah, that's another problem. While we're waiting for the tree to grow, let's see what else we got on here. Sorry.
I've not had time to actually come in and do this in forever because of real life.
And has over 350 quests to
250
quests to accept. Another thing with vampirism is if you combine vampirism with one of the other mods on this pack, vampires gets hosed. And that's the... Do you remember which mod it is? It's the one that you get hearts for eating all kinds of different foods.
Spice of Life, Variety of Life, or...
Is it something like that? Spice of Life, Variety of Life, something like that.
Yeah.
It gives you a reward of extra permanent max hearts, depending on the different types of food you eat. Every different food you eat gives you a major, like, bonus towards that goal. And then eventually, when you get enough, you get, like, what is it, like 2 extra hearts or something?
Yeah, after so many different foods, you get a couple extra hearts.
Yeah. But the problem is with vampires, you can't eat food.
Correct.
And so it kind of screws you. And then on top of it, in the base setup, you can't wear an umbrella. You have to hold it in your offhand, so you can't have a shield. Okay, Wizen still has his old name, Wizen. I'm glad for that, man. I'm waiting for my tree here to turn into something else. It's supposed to turn into this. Did I do this right? You give skies gold leaf. Gold leaf. Yeah, I did this right.
It looks like it's gathering particles. It might just take it a...
Oh, there it goes. The items are gone. Which means the tree's about to disappear here shortly. I'm sitting here chowing down on this forever fish. So there is that. But so that's a big problem with vampirism as well. Against it.
Yeah.
Then I before I go into my Thaumcraft tirade, because it's a long one, because good Christ, I will say that we also have Totemic and Bewitchment, which I dealt with Totemic, and dear Christ, was it worthless.
Totemic is both worthless and unnecessarily complex.
Yeah.
And it doesn't give you, like, directions as to, oh, this is how you start a ritual. You know, we really had to fumble through a lot of that.
Yeah, and there's no good guides online either.
Yeah.
Like, no one seems to give a crap about it, and I can see for obvious reasons.
Also, I think it's just a little bit racially suspect.
Yeah.
It feels, at the very least, appropriative.
Slightly. I could agree with that. Like, the friggin' the buffalo ritual and the eagle ritual.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some slight issues there.
I mean, if it was a better mod, you might be able to make the argument that, oh, you know, it's cool to have representation, but, you know,
No, I wouldn't even say that like the quality of the mod is what makes it bad. Totemic was one of those cool mods for progressive age-based mod packs, not a standalone just to have. Yeah, no, I can see that, Zippity. No, I'd say more of the way it goes about it is not good. If it respected the source material better, I could be more okay with it, but it doesn't do that.
and I think it has a problem common to many Magic mods where it's just not at all intuitive. And, you know, this will go into what Thaumcraft does, this will go into Bewitchment.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go off on Bewitchment. That's your bailiwick there, man. All right. But
so, yeah. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say with Totemic, like, give me a second. I'll go over to where my Totemic area was, if it lets me. Oh nope. I'm gonna have to go into my creative mode so that way I can fly over there because my suit is not working right now. This is my Totemic area. I had to trap animals in this cage, whether birds or cows, interact with this base, and then spam click these 3 fucking drums while these wind chimes are going off, dancing back and forth in a bell and grass dress, and playing a flute that was made with eagle feathers.
Yep.
Like, you can't tell me that someone didn't fuck the appropriation shit here.
And it's just such chaos.
It is. It like, if you're doing it by yourself, it is difficult as fuck. This is designed for multiple people.
Yeah.
And even with multiple people, it's still pretty difficult. But even then, this just screams heavy appropriation and bad versions of it. Like, Christ almighty. Give me a second. I'm going to show some totemic shit. Because... Alright, let's give them an idea of what I'm talking about. Alright? Because, fuck, man. Like, you have totemic critters that go on these poles. Ready? Boom. 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 Boom.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
That's a totem pole.
Look, we have a totem pole now.
Yeah.
And a shitty one at that.
Yeah.
And what you put on your totem pole determines what buffs you get when you activate it and dance around.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the fuck. Not to mention...
Yes, it does function like a multi-block, like Zippity said there.
Yeah. Well, it functions like having all those items in a radius. Yeah, it does. And yeah, and the buffs are majorly limited on range. That's true. If you get too far away from the totem, the buffs go away. Oh yeah, there's this creepy rattle here. You get a TP as part of totemic.
Uh-huh.
A bone, an eagle bone whistle.
This is so...
A medicine bag.
This is so... Like, I would hate for any of my Native American friends from when I was growing up to see this shit, because they would be so pissed.
Yeah, so many people would be so pissed off. The only thing I actually give a fuck about in this pack that doesn't feel like it's appropriated is this thing. The torch. This is a cool looking torch. I like this torch.
But that's the only thing that doesn't feel like it's gonna get me yelled at.
This is the only thing that makes me feel like I shouldn't be, like, contacting, like, Title IX and going, yo, someone fucking up. You're like, yo, some racist shit's going down. God damn it.
That's why we didn't do any of the totemic stuff on stream.
Like, I did most of my totemic stuff off stream.
Because of this.
Because I didn't feel right doing it. But I wanted to, you know, the quest's done.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, dude. I will say that Natura has beautiful fucking trees. These, like, giant ancient trees here are gorgeous. These big pink ones.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully done. Love them. Alright, Natura is a great mod and should be kept. Alright, but that's totemic. That's my grief on it. Alright, why don't you let the you know, our friends in the audience know about your hatred for fuck, what was it?
Bewitchment.
Bewitchment, because you're the one who dealt with that, and I was like, I ain't dealing with that after dealing with totemic.
So, I mean, Bewitchment suffers the same problem as a lot of the mods in this pack, in that it's poorly documented. There are some online resources for it, but they're not exactly clear. And so with Bewitchment, you've got rituals that have like a starting cost and a maintenance cost. And so I was able to figure out, okay, if I put all this stuff around my Bewitchment altar, I have more than enough for the starting cost of the ritual, but then the ritual would immediately stop. And I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on, and I talked to the people in the Discord, and finally, you know, nobody was there, was really familiar with the mod, but somebody did turn up, and they're like, do you have enough regeneration of power to do the maintenance costs? And I was like, I don't know.
The fuck are you talking about?
That was not made clear to me, like, that would be a thing. So once I figured that out, you know, thanks to some random person on Discord telling me, I was able to go, oh, now I can make the rituals work. And, you know, okay, you've got some cool things. I like some of the visuals for Bewitchment. I like some of the plants for Bewitchment. But it suffers a lot from what I call the, I'm going to design basically a whole second game within Minecraft problem. And usually you get this with magic mods. Sometimes you'll get it with a tech mod. And it's just like, I know how Minecraft normal blocks work. I'm not going to do any of that shit. I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah, it is a rip off of Witchery.
Well, I mean, like, Thaumcraft, with the cauldron is just awful. Every time I have done Thaumcraft, every time I have managed to accidentally throw a backpack full of valuable gear into the cauldron because I am not used to interacting with objects in the way that it wants me to interact with that cauldron.
I don't think anyone is.
Witchery has a cauldron as well, and
Fucking hell.
I don't know that it can destroy things the way Thaumcraft does. It's not as destructive,
What'd you say,
but it's like
I said fucking hell.
it's like if you had a role-playing game and you're like, I'm gonna add a
Jared's talking about
a
Bewitchment.
tactical war game on the side, and none of the systems are gonna overlap. You roll d20 for your character to do stuff, but for all your army stuff, you're going to roll percentile dice.
The hook?
It's like, this is an entirely separate system that has nothing to do with the core system that's in place. Why did you do this?
I think the lightning in this ritual is killing all the bees. Because, like, they were all flying around before I started this, and now that I started this, they've stopped. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Because the queens are all dead.
Oh, yeah, I guess they do expire after a while.
Yeah, I better fix that. Oh, continue, sorry.
I haven't tried Witchery, Zippity. That might be an interesting, different version. But basically, with Bewitchment, you have an altar. You put objects and plants and things around the altar to generate power. And you do rituals, and you have to have like little chalk runes on the floor to do the rituals. And you can make like a scrying crystal. You can make a flying broom. I think later on you can summon demons and make pacts with them, but honestly, that wasn't required for the quest. So the instant I completed the last quest, I just stopped.
Yeah, like never to fucking touch it again.
I wonder if Bewitchment and Witchery were forks at one point, or if like maybe Bewitchment is a copy of Witchery that targeted an earlier version of Minecraft. That's a possibility.
Yeah, possibility.
But yeah, like I'll give you my favorite magic mods that I've experienced are Electroblob's Wizardry because it's very straightforward.
And very hands down, I love it to death. Like,
yeah.
If anything I would keep in this pack, I'd say keep Electroblobs, keep Botania. Botania is very well designed.
I find it frustrating, but I can't say that it's bad. Just the setup of the generating flowers and the mana flow is kind of a big pain in the butt to design for in my mind, but I just never really gotten into it very far. I'm sure if I forced myself to do it, I'd learn it better.
Yeah, like I developed something with the flowers myself. Like at first I had a hard time with it. But once I figured out this setup with the Endo Flames, I've never had a problem.
And those don't like go away? They don't exhaust themselves? No. Okay.
As long as you keep feeding them, they'll produce mana. And if you don't feed them, they just don't produce mana.
Okay.
So what you do is you put an area with them, and then you put a pressure plate down. And over the pressure plate, you put an open crate. Next to the open crate, you put a hopper that feeds into the open crate. And then you put a source going into the hopper. Like I put an ender chest.
Okay.
And into that ender chest is coal.
Okay.
And what the open crate will do is it will drop 1 block of coal as long as there is no redstone signal.
Okay.
See, like over here. There's a block of coal there.
Yeah.
When one of the endo flames runs out of energy, it'll consume that coal, and it'll turn off the redstone signal.
Yep.
And it will drop in there a block of coal.
Gotcha.
And it will just keep doing it. But no.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
It was pretty good. Give me a second. Natura is proving to be not bad. I'm not hating it. Some of the rituals are interesting. I feel like they could definitely use a slight rewrite in explanations, but it's not so bad I want to tear my fucking hair out.
Yeah.
And a lot of the materials required aren't god-awful. It's just mostly you need a type of flower, doesn't matter which ones, trees, and stone.
Okay.
And gold. That's really about it. Everything else you kind of get from the pack.
Nice.
So it's relatively simple. It's not horribly explanation. And to get like the bottled materials is also like not really well explained. That's the one where I feel the rewrite's needed. Like maybe when you open the book it should say, in order to get bottled sunlight, you should take your bottle out to face the morning sun or something. You know, something somewhat cryptic. Suitably vague, but not so vague that you can't figure it the fuck out.
Right.
Or for like bottled ghosts, it should be like an alternate dimension where the spirits reside. Which would be like Nether. Because that's where you have to go for bottled ghosts. Bottled darkness is you have to go to the end.
Okay.
So, and with a simple bottle and cork, and just use the bottle.
Yeah.
Done.
I was going to say the other magic mod that I like is Astral Sorcery. I've never gone deep into it, but it's got a good slow escalation, and it doesn't seem to be terribly complex, at least at first. So it gives you a nice chance to ease into it. So I'm a big fan of Astral Sorcery as well.
Yeah, Astral Sorcery's not bad. But I do want to cover the one magic one that I have issues with. I have personal beef with this one. Because, motherfucker, whoever designed this mod is a sick, sadistic fuck. Like, they have apparently nothing better to do with their fucking time than to cause pain. I do not understand why. And I don't get it.
This is one of those mods that needs to be on its own in a world that you're literally just trying to survive it.
Yeah.
That's the only way I think that mod should work.
Yeah, I don't understand, but it is what it is, and it pisses me off. And this mod is, of course, we've hinted at it before, Thaumcraft.
Yeah.
Thaumcraft is extremely poorly designed. And I'll explain why, alright? One, Thaumcraft is insanely grindy. Think of like the most grindy shit you can imagine. Thaumcraft is worse.
Yeah.
Not only, like, now you're probably like, oh, but, you know, Thaumcraft only requires paper or only requires ink. You know, it doesn't seem that bad when you first started getting into the research. Except it requires so much fucking paper that I'm fairly certain you have just clear-cut the entire Amazon rainforest.
I mean, to put it into perspective, I find Thaumcraft too grindy, and in this mod I made Kikoku, which requires thousands of converted red coal to make the cores, to make the other cores, to make the other cores. It's ooh.
Yeah. But the other
I like grindy, and it's too grindy for me.
Yeah. I don't mind grind. I play MMOs. I play like Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley has a lot of grind in it. Alright? I don't mind grindy games, but like when you're
Grindy to be grindy.
This is just grindy to be fucking keeping you busy grindy.
Yes. It's busy work. That's the bottom line.
And then on top of it, it punishes you. Zippity, I love Thaumcraft for its involvement, but only in the pack that includes Thaumcraft Energetics because I hate the jar process. I'd rather have a system like EE2 that can store the different amount of vids so I can avoid the jar shuffle. I don't even like it with that. Yeah, I have to disagree with you, Zippity, on that for one simple reason. The game, Thaumcraft will punish you, and it actually purposely punishes you as part of the research. Because you have to purposely cause a taint explosion as part of your research.
Yep.
You have to purposely cause that. And this is without modifying any config files. I'm saying no touching the config. Alright? You have to cause a taint explosion, which creates a taint seed, and usually a rift. Usually, not always. That taint seed, like I remember one time, on our 112 2-pack, I had to roll back the server to fix this.
Repeatedly.
Well, in this case, this one instance, hon. I set up an automated process to create something to create rare earth, because I needed rare earth for one of the quests. Alright? I was like, alright. And this device did not create taint. I watched it for like the better part of 10-15 minutes. The taint didn't increase. There was no taint registered or anything like that. So I thought I was safe. So I went to bed. Alright? I woke up the next morning. Alright? I went to bed Friday night. I woke up Saturday morning. Got on about 8 in the morning. Alright? I went to bed about 11. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. No, I'm counting wrong. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 hours. I went to sleep for 9 hours. 9 hours had passed in the server. My 30 by 30 castle, which had multiple floors going up and down, was halfway consumed with taint. In 9 hours.
Yep.
That is fucking ridiculous for taint spread. Alright? A taint seed has a 30% chance of spreading its taint to 5 blocks every tick. Under its base.
What's like, 4 seconds?
No, it's every second.
Every second's a tick.
Or what?
There are 20 ticks per second.
There are 20 ticks per second.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. The biggest downside of Thaumcraft is physical taint spraying. The metadata that chunks have to show a badly taint infected environment. Early version Thaumcraft didn't have much of those types of things. So I like Thaumcraft up to a point. I totally agree that it has its flaws, even though they're controllable through settings. But that's my point. Through settings.
I shouldn't have to go change the fucking coding to make it
playable. Alright? I shouldn't have to go through the damn config file to make the fucking thing playable.
Yeah, the flux and taint settings for Thaumcraft out of the box are just not fun and not manageable. And I don't understand why someone would play with them the way they are out of the box.
Yeah, and if I was the MC Eternal guys, I would have changed those settings from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the default settings are always too punishing. Like
and
when
honestly, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, when I was on my 112.2 server, I left taint on, but I slowed it down to where it had a 1% chance of spreading taint, and it would only spread to 1 block per tick. If it spread. And while taint did spawn, it was manageable because then, if, say, someone went to sleep, or someone wasn't watching an area for longer than a few days, the taint would only eat a chunk. Which is reasonable. Like, that means you still screwed up, but it also means, and there are still consequences for your actions, but it doesn't mean everyone else in the world now has to deal with your stupidity.
Yep.
I mean, dear Lord, that was bananas.
I mean, there are some things I like about Thaumcraft, and just I kind of like the style of research that it does. But the cauldron we've discussed, I think the cauldron is horrible. I think the flux and taint mechanics are just
god awful.
Yeah, I mean, you could do taint and flux in a way that doesn't spread. Like, okay, it creates a taint seed that causes bad effects in a chunk.
It took your castle and my garden, which was like 3 other chunks in 6 hours.
Yeah, 3 other chunks in 6 hours. Yeah, it was insane. No, I feel like if you're going to still have the flux and the taint, allow the research to be done without having to cause the taint explosion.
Right. And maybe make the anti-flux stuff a little less
Or make it so you have
stupid.
to find a taint land to do it.
Yeah, like make it more effective to keeping taint down
Yeah.
and making it less costly. Because
Yeah.
the fact that it costs essence to
Right.
run is dumb, because in order to make essence, you have to create flux,
Yep.
which basically compounds the problem.
Welcome to the cycle of fuck you.
And then that's not even including the Eldritch issue, which I forget what the mind thing was called. Lysen got MC Eternal 1.5 ready to join. Alright, Wyzen. I'll let Wyzen in because I've known him for a while. He's a good guy. And hopefully, this won't be too much of a problem.
Wyzen,
No, that was Kroll.
No, you want to let Wyzen know the rules about pissing with other players?
I think Wyzen can we'll figure it out. I mean, give me a second.
I don't think I've ever seen more than like 5 people on at once currently, so we're within our memory parameters. So yeah,
Yeah.
having another 1 or 2 people join, I think there were a couple
Yeah.
in the Discord, and I think that should be fine.
What in the blazes was that? Was a face hugger, which is my greatest fear.
I told you not to put it on there.
I have a phobia of face huggers, and I'm attempting to acclimatize myself to the sound.
You're just getting worse.
It's at least entertaining.
It
No,
is.
it's not. It's annoying.
FBI, open up!
Speaking of FBI, oh god. Hey Gamera, guess who's visiting Thursday?
Oh, who?
I just mentioned FBI. Who do I know that's FBI?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's not supposed to be well known.
I know. Family member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't mention who, just a family member.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're visiting Thursday. My wife just gave me a dirty look.
What the hell this thing is?
That shit's not supposed to be public knowledge.
It's not public knowledge. I just mentioned someone was visiting.
Yeah, that's family.
Yeah.
Dragons!
I don't think I'm charging. Apparently people are having fun with the soundboard. Well, what was I saying about...
We were talking about Thaumcraft,
Thaumcraft,
and just, yeah, it's...
The other problem I have with Thaumcraft is there's nothing worthwhile in it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those mods that if you're playing that mod by itself, it has some cool stuff that you can't get elsewhere. But in a pack like this, it's just not important. None of it is.
Yeah, Zibbity, it's okay. Yeah, in this pack, it's everything Thaumcraft does, another Magic setup does better. Pretty much. Everything. The only thing that Thaumcraft brings to the table is the combat golem. That's it. Hon, you alright?
Mm-hmm.
What's
I
it?
have a headache. I'm just tired.
Do you need a break from this?
No. I'm waiting for the seed to finish reading.
It is finished, hon.
No. It sometimes takes a while, so I just scrum. That's what it does. 443. Yeah.
That likely uses less resources as well. Yeah. Because, like, for example, Oromancy. Wizard Bobs does everything better.
Oh,
Artifice.
fuck that shit. Up, 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 up.
What? Oh, the portal?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, in bed. Day. Please become day. Please become day.
Are you near bed, Gamera?
I have a sleeping bag.
Okay, you might want to use that.
Okay.
It's like right outside my front door.
Yeah,
I
Anne has a
can't
portal
leave my-
outside her front door.
I literally can't leave my house.
But no, Oromancy, Wizard Bobs does better. Except for, like, maybe the digging spell, unless there's a mining spell in Wizard Bobs.
I mean, I think there is a mine spell where you can literally, like, mine a block with, a spell.
Yeah, does it have Silk Touch?
I don't know. Never tried it.
Okay. If it doesn't have Silk Touch, that might be the one thing Thaumcraft does a little better. Because you can put Silk Touch on your mining spell.
Okay.
In Artifice, you have the lamp that makes plants grow faster. Whoa. The other lamp that makes animals reproduce, but once again, you have to feed both essence in order for them to work.
Yeah.
And we've already talked about how much of an idea that was dumb. We already discussed Golomancy, and that was actually kind of helpful. Where's my Thaumonomicon? Do I still have that? Thaumonomicon. There it is. Can I pick up my Thaumonomicon? Thaumonomicon. Arcane Infusion? Nothing in Arcane Infusion is worthwhile. Everything you get in it, literally, you can do with science better. Like, the boots, the tools, the enchantments. Everything is better elsewhere. Thaumic Editions. Don't know anything about this one. There's Growing Essentia. I haven't messed with Thaumic Editions yet, so that's something to check out. Warp, that's the mental thing.
Yeah.
And cleaning warp is freaking a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah, the salt and soap baths.
Yeah, the salt and soap baths. With Mystical Agriculture, you can grow plants super fast with the growth blocks. Yeah, you can use Mystical Agriculture for that. Or you could use just plain Agricraft and use the damn sprinklers.
Or worms.
Or worms. Worms work too.
Yep.
They all do the same fucking thing.
The worms may lag the server a little bit because they actually show up.
I'm not sure if worms lag the server or not, though. And MA is programmed to be more server friendly. That is true. MA is better programmed to be server friendly than Thaumcraft. So it's like, what the hell's the point? Like, Thaumcraft has no reason to exist in this pack. They honestly just need to, unless they have a reason for it, get rid of it.
Thaumcraft is one of those things that probably should be taken out into the field and shot.
Let's see. Personal Flight, Harness, Girdle. I see a lot of things here that involve science. I'm seeing a lot of science.
And he doesn't even argue with me.
No, I agree with you fucking wholeheartedly. Like, goddamn. Like, I'll eventually finish Thaumcraft on this pack, but the other weird thing about this is, when you look under Magic and Spellcasting, Thaumcraft only has 4 quests.
Yep.
Every other Magic pack has big, sprawling quest chains.
With the exception of Astral Sorcery, which was a relatively late addition to the pack.
But that's forgiven.
Yeah.
Because they were just adding it at the very end, so it makes sense. I mean, shit. It makes sense. But, I will say I liked the addition of Botania. It gave me plenty to work on. It wasn't super complex.
Not super grindy.
It was a little grindy.
But not super grindy.
Yeah, it wasn't super grindy. Like, I could be down with it, but, like, I'm finding Natura to be a little bit more grindy than Botania. But it's not grindy to a level that makes me want to pull out my hair either.
Right.
And I love the trees.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. And they also have a cool function to it, too. Like, give me a second. I'll show you what I'm talking about. As you do spells and stuff in the area with the trees, you get dead leaves. And the leaves eventually decay off,
You called?
and they leave nothing but trunks, which require you to chop down the tree. So you will eventually will have to remake the tree and replant it.
I can have a little suitcase packed for them for Friday night, so you can go to Hershey. Oh, I figured out.
So I mean, there is that. My wife's on phone with my mother-in-law about
I know exactly where you were going when you said
a trip to Hershey Park
not come back until much
with my
later in the
kids.
afternoon.
I went to Hershey Park once when I was young. It was neat.
Yeah, it seems nice. Our kids are gonna get chocolated to hell and back.
Oh yeah, I have no problems with that. I kind of figured when I saw the weather. It's like
Downside of adding a function to decaying trees is that, again, more ticking metadata for the server to compute, as long as the trees are chunk loaded. No, nothing on our server is going to be chunk loaded anymore.
No problem. I'll set it up. And
At least not by the players.
I love you. Bye.
If the server does it itself or as part of the mod, then that's out of our control.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say there are exceptions because you do need to chunk load power generation if you're going to do anything with it remotely.
Yeah.
But we're minimizing chunk loading.
Yeah.
So she's going to kidnap them Friday night to go up there so we don't have to worry about the snow.
Alright, fair enough.
So she's just asking that I have a bag for them set.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to chunk load like the power generation and shit, and that's about it. Went to Hershey Factory, never went to the park. Marshmallows are cool. Yeah. We live in northern West Virginia. So we live close to Hershey. So it is nice. But yeah, I feel like Thaumcraft just does not add anything. And that's my other problem is also the other mod I wanted to talk about. We already talk about advanced rocketry? I think we did.
We did, at least a little bit.
Yeah, we covered the fact that it's just extra headaches and stuff. Honestly, if you wanted to do something similar to advanced rocketry, just go with fucking Galactic Craft and add extra planets and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, hon, our kids get to purchase 5-pound Hershey bars.
Don't give my mother bad ideas.
Don't give your mother bad ideas.
Do you want to deal with that bullshit?
She's stuck.
If you give my mother that idea, I will make you pay for it.
No, she's stuck with them though, until what day?
She'll come back and give them to us.
No, I'm talking about what day is she leaving?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday. Yep.
So she might just keep it and hand it to them when she leaves.
Oh, that's true. She may hand it to them, give them a big bite, lightly shake, pull pin, and yell grenade. It's like son of a bitch. Because that's what grandparents do to kids.
Apply sugar.
Apply sugar, shake lightly, and then throw at parents.
Yeah.
That's usually how it works. I mean, that's
probably irritated you make them.
Yep.
And if they dislike you enough, they'll apply sugar and caffeine.
Yeah, but that won't work as well for our kids.
No, and she knows that, so she'll find something else that'll work.
Yeah. We did actually find out recently, that's what grandparents are supposed to do. That's what Wisen says. Yeah.
Do you have 2 kids that are ADHD?
I don't think Wisen has kids. Oh, gods. Yeah.
Wisen have kids with ADHD. You don't want to deal with the bullshit.
We actually also just found out recently Danny's lactose intolerant.
Huh.
That's not fun.
That was not fun. No. Oh yeah, that was a mess.
Out of nowhere, he became lactose intolerant.
That was not a fun mess.
I'm very glad that options for lactose intolerant folks have become better in recent years.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad for that. Damn. He said, Gamera said he's glad that options for lactose intolerant folks have become better in recent years.
Yeah, and thankfully Danny likes almond milk.
And yeah, Danny likes almond milk.
So at least I have an easy access substitute to give him.
Zippity, grandparents' jobs are to spoil the grandchildren and drop them back onto the parents to deal with the consequences while they laugh all the way home. It's like some sort of like vicious cycle, I swear. Yes, revenge on the kids for all the time they were rotten. Yeah, but they also see it as vengeance for all the times their grandparents did it to them. Dance magic. Oh, okay. Let's see. What can I find out will be good for dance? Dance. Because I gotta find something that won't get me copyrighted. Because fuck me. Give me a moment. Oh, excuse me. Actually, I could go with that if it was the... If it's a remix. If I could go with one of the remixes, that would work. Because that will keep me out of trouble. We'll go with that. We'll go with metal. Go some metal.
Mic on. Mic off.
My wife's making fun of me.
Mic on. Mic off.
Alright. Can't play for too long. My poor microphone kept going. If I had more money, I'd spoil my nephews. The best thing I can do is get closer to them and learn Minecraft better. Oh, well, you hang around here long enough, you will learn Minecraft. Oh, you will learn it. Because I have a feeling once we're done with this pack, we're going to be,
As long as
reviewing
my dad
another.
doesn't ever do to us what he did to my middle sister,
What was that?
I will be happy. As long as my father never does to us what he did to my middle sister when she pissed him
Oh,
off.
yeah, no. No.
No. Thank God we avoided
I
that.
stopped around the time they added cats. Oh, you haven't played for a while. Okay.
Yeah. For those of you who want to know what happens if you really piss off a grandparent, that grandparent will buy your child a drum set and extra drumsticks and then teach said child how to use wooden spoons as drumsticks. Do not piss off the grandparents that badly. They will do this and giggle because they will set it up for your child when you are not home in your living room.
You heard, Ann?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I watched my father do this and said nothing because I was not stupid.
Alright, so I have completed that. Now I want to put all of them in here. Oh, that's the most I can put in there. Okay, cool. One down. Let's see if all the bees die.
Don't piss off grandparents. Just don't.
No, the bees didn't die. Hello? Oh, there. Just fell around here. How many did I get? I need to know. Let me pick you up. 2.
Yeah.
I got 2.
We will never allow you to pick us up.
Alright. Another. I need a lot of these. Because I need quite a few of them. I need
Watch out, you
6.
itty-bitty prick.
I need 12. I need 12 ingots of the sky.
Does that get no reaction?
No.
All right,
Aw,
I think
I tried to get a reaction out of you.
Ha. Okay,
I
we're up to
think I
5.
can
Go ahead.
off my lapis farm because I was going to try to go for the billionaire challenge, but honestly, I don't think I'll get there even if I keep cranking it out. I'm getting about 2 million coins per day, but I think it's causing more lag than it is giving me coins. So it would take me a couple hundred days. I don't think we're going to be playing this pack that long.
Yeah, we got Derpy back. I have my farm going, but I'm also getting my iron thing loaded.
Right.
To get it done, so that way I can turn in iron. Later on, I'm going to be breeding the lapis seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I can get a 10-10-10 lapis plant and grow that.
I've got 10-10-10 seeds I can share with you, dude.
Alright, I'll go with that then. And I'll just plant 1 and just let it go to town.
Yeah.
And so that way we can keep trading in lapis.
Yeah, because that's what I'm trading in right now is lapis blocks, and I've got a field of 320 10-10-10 lapis plants.
All things considered.
Yeah. Last time I was passing by your house, I saw like a giant field of lapis. So, hey, it's a nice clear day.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this all off so it will stop ticking.
Good. I would say it's okay to let it, leave it, but just turn it on when maybe you're not around. Or, like, when there's not a lot of people around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, I've got enough coins for anything that I would want to buy in the store right now. So the only reason I was selling it was to try and get that challenge, and it's not fast enough to get us that challenge.
Yeah,
time frame.
I'm gonna see if I can't build this bee thing.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. The bee thing, if we can get that going, we could do the energy sales and just knock it through the roof.
Yeah, that was kind of my goal. Was just get the energy sale that way. I was gonna say if you want to come over here and check out what I'm doing with the bees, and then see what you can do to help augment it.
I'll have to read up on the career bees stuff. I don't even know how they work really. Right now.
I have a link. Or I have a link to the testing thing. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I'll try. See if this works. But if you click on the bee that you want, it in the JEI, it usually tells you how to make it.
Okay.
Alright, so I got enough of those. Now we're building the next rail, which is this. Oh, might help if I activated my terminal, because I have the green one. Now I need the red one. Rail of the nether. And rail of the end. What am I missing? Bottled darkness. I'm fairly certain I have to go to the end for that.
Bottled darkness, my old friend.
Yep. Be careful about singing that. No, that can actually get me copyrighted.
Fair enough. I only a couple of seconds, and it's not like we were playing a recorded performance of it.
Yeah, no. Even if you sing it, I'm not
Okay.
joking. Like, just singing the chorus of just "Hello, darkness, my old friend," like in your own voice, will trigger the DCMA.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, it's
bullshit.
complete bullshit.
Bunch of happy horse shit there.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, even if it's a parody Zippity, if it sounds like basically you singing the chorus of "Hello, darkness, my old friend," that one little phrase, DCMA will hit you. I know, he didn't even use the actual words. I know.
Let's see. Oh, your chest still has a bunch of the bees I sent you.
Oh, shit. I better grab those then.
And I'm sending you a lapis seed 10-10-10.
Alright, give me a second. Let me grab the bees. Alright. Oh, boy. Okay, let me put those in the system.
Bee.
Bees. So that way I'm not screwing this up any. That goes in there. BB. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, we got some food too. Alright, moss, drones.
I took out 320 farming blocks from Mystic Ag, and it hasn't seemed to make a bit of difference for our lag, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Mystic Lag was our problem.
No, but, 320 plots, I figured it might be enough to slow things down.
Yeah, that was my thought too. That's why I took out my farm.
But, ah well.
It was a thought. I do not have the end portal saved on anymore because of the server transfer.
There's a global waystone that one of our other players set up. So if you go to a waystone and page over to the last page, you should see a portal to the end. Or a waystone to the end.
Alright, let me just make sure. There we go. Oh, okay. Now it's working. Yay. Flight model's working. Woo! Alright. Is it the last page? Oh, yep, there it is. The end.
Yep.
Oh, you made a nice little house out of water stone.
Yeah, I think that was Kippy, maybe?
Kippy, alright. Breathy surroundings, bottled darkness. Hi guys.
Aren't they pissy with you?
Not yet. They can be. I picked up hill cherry pollen because there's always some on the ground around here because of the damn butterflies. Like,
I'd love some of those trees to put around my place because I love all the butterflies.
do you want some? Come over here and chop some of the trees down and take some of the saplings. You're welcome to it.
That's a lot of butterflies.
Yeah, you saw the number, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and they're all around my house. This is insane. And all I did was plant 5 trees.
Are they all the same thing?
Yeah, they're all the same tree. Cherry wood.
I thought I had a cherry wood somewhere nearby.
They're hill cherry wood trees or whatever. But for some reason, I have butterflies because of them.
Oh, yes.
And they do not fucking stop.
They're pretty though.
Oh yeah, they're pretty.
Did you finally turn your hot tub into something useful?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also keeping it so that the villagers don't fall into it, but unfortunately they're all dead now.
Lost to the horrible radiation accidents.
Yeah, the radiation incident. Do you have an entity remover that runs every now and then? No, not really. Because if we did that, we'd also lose a lot of cows. Because over here, I have my Mugmas. And this is my power generation here.
Well, I don't know. An entity remover might be configurable to ignore like neutral, like farm animal type
Well,
mobs.
but the problem is the butterflies are neutral too.
Right, but it might be configurable to target specific kinds of moths. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we could look into that. Maybe see if we can't say all butterflies in this chunk just. I know they don't poop, but there's so fucking many of them. They may be lagging things, just a hair.
I don't know if butterfly spawns follow the normal spawn rules. Zippity's talking about. Oh gosh. I think there is like a kill-all command for like specific entities.
Okay. What is this attraction? Oh god, do I have this? Let's see if I have it. There's this weird cart thing I need to make. No, I do not. Okay, so I need to get Eyes of the End, which I know I have. I need 2 Eyes of Ender. Got that. I need a minecart, which I know I can make that. Jesus Christ. And these infused bricks. Infused rock. How do I make infused rock? I need stone. I know I have stone. And
Alright, so one of the mods that's installed is COFH.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah. And it has a kill-all command. Removes all loaded entities of a certain type from the server.
So we could say kill all butterflies?
Maybe. It depends on if they're like a true entity that is like nameable and targetable by it or not. But
that seems a bit dick. I just want to remove them from around my house.
But it would only affect the ones that are currently loaded.
Alright. I'm also afraid if I enter this command in wrong, I will kill every living thing on this server.
So there are, if you don't put a type after the kill-all, it removes all hostile mobs. If you
That's good.
if you do kill-all star, it removes all loaded entities.
That's horrifying.
If you give the type as item, only item entities are removed. Let me see what that means, because there's blue text. Oh, that's the one that any dropped blocks or items that are like waiting to be picked up. So that you may have actually done that on the old server when we had to eliminate all the drops from that one mob farm.
Yep, we did that. We've done that. Yeah, I've done the item one.
Thank you for the B link. I will take a look at that later on.
Yeah, that's how you make the 1.6 billion RF per tick thing. Oh god, could you imagine if we both ended up freaking making one of those?
Why?
Yeah, why? I don't know why we would do it, but you get my point.
Yep.
It's just like, how much power would we goddamn have?
I'm dropping some other stuff off into your terminal.
Okay. What are you dropping off?
Food. Stuff to make food.
Oh, okay. Anne's dropping off a bunch of food stuff in my terminal. Do you have a wireless terminal?
It's somewhere. I've got so much shit that I don't even know where half of it is because it's just in the boxes. It's like, I don't use this shit. It goes in the box.
Alright.
So I can just take 1 or 2 of these trees down?
Yeah, you have to chop it down with an axe.
That work?
Yeah, aim for the bottommost one. And you can take 1 or 2 of them. And I don't mind. Because 5 of them apparently was too many. Just at least leave me 1. Have fun.
Can you use the cherries for anything?
Yes, they count as cherries. They count as cherries.
Holy shit. It got all the way down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so each of the different butterflies seems to have a different entity name.
Oh, son of a whore.
What?
Every butterfly has a different entity name. Because that's not fun.
Oh, I got
So,
4 saplings
this
for cutting
one's-
down 1. I don't have to cut down another one.
Okay.
I think I got 4 saplings.
Oh, fuck me.
Let me
You
try a
got
command to kill
really
one of these
placed
types of
leads,
butterflies.
though.
Alright. What about this?
Blue
Do
one.
I still have the token of terror? No, I have token of grief. I have to make tokens. Wait, do I still have the other tokens? That's a good question. Nope.
There we go. What's this?
Don't. You want to play it?
No.
It won't hurt you. It's you know those Simon Says games?
I trust nothing.
No, Hunt. Do you know the Simon Says game?
Ha!
Oh, that's candid.
What? Did you kill all the butterflies?
Did. They'll come back. But
Oh no! What the
if
fuck?
you put in the species name, it doesn't do anything. If you
Uh-oh.
put in butterfly, it recognizes all of them as butterflies.
Okay, so all the butterflies are gone. For
Yes,
now.
It removed 277 butterflies.
Which means they will come back. Eventually.
Yes. They should spawn just like they spawned the first time.
Okay. Anne is now, like, almost crying.
No, they're just removed. They went to a farm upstate.
They went to a farm upstate. I think she's angry with us. I think we're monsters now.
Well, I mean, I had to see how the command worked, and it does appear to have bumped up our TPS at least a little bit.
So it did help.
It
But-
did help.
Okay. That's an improvement. Alright. Alright, if you want to come over here, I'll show you the bee farm. Just don't break the flowers inside the bee circle.
Yes, I'm not touching anything because my magnet will just suck it right up.
Well, no, it's not even just that. The red flowers inside where the bee circle is,
Uh-huh.
they're planted in a very particular pattern to work with this offering table.
I see.
So that's how it works.
Okay.
AP, hey, how's it going? Yeah, but you can right-click the beehives and see what they're doing, and oh, they're all done with their queens again.
Yep.
But you can see how many like crazy amounts of drones I've made. I've just been mass stocking in drones.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been going for forest and meadows, because
Yep.
those make a lot of common bees.
Yes. Makes sense.
So there's that. And I figure since there's already a lot of flowers here, I just plant a bunch more out on the outside and just let them go to town.
Right on. Yeah, you've got tons of bees.
Yeah. So if you want to start monkeying with them to where we're starting to produce common bees, have at it, Hoss. I'm finishing Natura right now myself.
I will read up on it and see what I can come up with. The next thing I was going to mark off the quest list is I do have that giant tentacle and the Baphomet spawners, so I was hoping to see Ramen on tonight so we could team up and take them down. But we can wait for Ramen on that.
Yeah, I'd say we could wait for Ramen on that one. I'm good. I'm trying to join the MC. Yeah, Wisen's joining us. AP's having a great time. Damn. I need to make tokens of joy. Oh boy. So I need a bottled sunlight in the top here. Let me put this stuff up here. Alright, so I need a bottle of sunlight up top here. I don't want bottle darkness. Jesus, no. Hell no. Alright, torch, flower. So I need a flower. Congratulations, you've been elected.
There's a pair of owls just sitting on a tree here.
Oh, over where?
South of you.
South of me. South of me.
Yeah. I'm staring right at them, so just look for me on the mini-map.
Oh, I see you now. Yep, they like to kind of hang out around here.
I think it's the first time I've seen two together, though. I've usually seen solo owls.
Yeah. AP, Bottle Darkness sounds delightful. Yeah, you have to go to the end to get it. If you don't know what the end is, it's literally not
It's
hell.
hell.
It's not hell. That's the nether. Nether is hell.
The end is more like purgatory.
Yeah, it's purgatory. It's a purgatory dimension. What are you doing? Are you putting those trees in the water? She is mass producing the trees in the water.
Okay.
I think she fully intends on having like a ridiculous number of butterflies in her house. Like we might have to do like a purge around her farm.
Yeah, you can do that.
4.
She's planting 4 trees.
That's it.
Okay, come on, put it down.
There we
Thank
go.
you. All right, so we got those 3 top ones done.
See?
I need an apple, iron, and a gold leaf. Okay, so I have gold leaves. And that goes in the south.
That's pretty.
I threw up a picture of the owls into the
Now,
Discord.
right up underneath of them.
All right. I need to keep that. I need an iron and an apple.
Where did I have torches?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I have a golden apple too. Alright, so apple goes where? Apple goes where? Apple goes where? It goes on the eastern side. And the iron goes... Why is the iron involved in the token of joy?
Ah.
That just sounds weird, man. Alright, that's there. That's there. Plant tree. Go. And let's let the tree grow. And if I stand near it, it'll grow faster. Someone loves rust? That's a possibility. There are 2 things AP does usually every broadcast. I'm waiting for the second one. She always summons the owl. That's her friend. That's letting everybody know she's here. I'm waiting for the other.
You may not do it this time just because you expect it.
Yeah, that's true. Because I expect it. No, well, no. The expecting one is like the one that's like the fear. And that's already been done once already. With Cole. Cole likes to scare the crap out of me.
Circling back briefly to mods, though, were there any others in our list that we wanted to discuss?
Oh, let me see what we got here. Agricraft. Oh yeah, hardcore in Agricraft.
Yeah.
Stop that shit.
They should have just removed that. Like, or make it so that like hardcore is not the default. I agree. Oh,
Right.
AP's like, I don't have enough channel points for the guard arrival. She used it too many times.
Go!
That's what happens when you keep calling the custodies. They eventually get tired.
You ran out of moonies.
Yeah, the custodians eventually do get tired. I could refund another guard right. Don't you dare abuse your powers.
No abuse of power.
I'm unsure who the sadist was that chose to turn that on. I'm not sure either, but I'm gonna be brutally honest. They were not that bright. Whoever decided to leave hardcore mode on did not help matters. Because, good lord, that was a nightmare.
Fucking irritated.
Alright, the next one we need is Token of Fear. Right? Is that what I need? The Fear one? Oh, what am I trying to make? I'm trying to make... Is it the Creation Catalyst? Or no, what is the item I'm making? Yeah, the Creation Catalyst. So I need... I got Grief, Terror... Okay, which one do I have? I have Grief. Which one did Grief require? Sorrow. So I need Fear and Anger. Alright, so I need Fear. So it's Ghost, Bone, and Rotten Flesh. Okay, so I have the Ghosts. Ghosts. I need a Bone. AP, I love you. You're a wonderful person.
Oh, I can use bone meal.
So glad that wasn't on speakers.
Wait a second. Did she?
Did she what?
She did.
Did she what? Did she what? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Why are you getting up? Where are you getting?
Did she do the evil redeem that you don't like when anybody redeems?
Is an evil redeem?
Which evil redeem?
I'm not gonna say which one.
That means it's the one that's supposed to get you stomped.
I'm not saying. Ow, my ribs! Out of my bench. Come see the violence inheriting the system. Help, help, I'm being oppressed.
You love me.
Alright, feather and soul sand is what I have left. Oh. Bloody peasant! So I need a feather and soul sand. What else was there? Okay, so there are other mods too. Shit.
How long till I start seeing butterflies?
It took my thing like several days.
Yeah.
It wasn't instantaneous. You had something to say about Ancient Warfare.
I do. Again, it's one of those mods that I think is better as its own thing. There are a lot of complex systems that in Minecraft Eternal you just don't have the time to get into. But the main thing that Ancient Warfare does for us is gives us some really pretty buildings. And they're filled with automatically hostile tribes. Like, there is no chance of them being like, oh, hey, there's a guy, we'll not shoot him. They're just instantly, oh, there's a guy, let's murder him, because he doesn't look like us.
Yeah, it's very much like, it's like, what was it, the Skyrim thing is like, you shouldn't have come here, or give us all your stuff. It's like, you know what, I admire your gumption. I'll kill you first. Fuck you.
So yeah, Ancient Warfare, I mean, it adds another problem I sometimes have with mods is if they add a bunch of loot drops that are just worthless. And Ancient Warfare adds all these coin drops, and theoretically, you can find a friendly trader and trade in a bunch of those copper coins you found for, like, bread.
Yeah, which is pointless. If you're running a medieval server, that's more fun?
Right.
Okay, what's with my health? It's acting weird.
Don't know.
It's only at 10. It's acting like I'm not wearing the Odin ring anymore. That is weird.
You have any ongoing effects on you?
I'm going to try going into creative mode and then exiting creative mode. Just night vision.
This is weird.
Yeah, I know. I should have like a fuck ton of health. Unless I've gotten so much health it's circled fucking back. Which I don't think so.
I was gonna say, what color were you on?
Blue.
Yeah, I've got one purple heart, so I know that there is at least a color beyond blue.
Yeah, this is weird. Fall. Whee!
Testing for damage.
No. Can't. Oh, yeah, I can't take fall damage.
Correct.
Derp. Time to go for a swim.
As long as you have the Ring of Odin.
I'm immune to fire. Son of a bitch. Yep, fire resist activated. How about the cactus? Yeah, there it goes.
So it was just a visual display bug.
Yeah, it's a visual display bug. Thank you, AP. No, I wasn't in creative. Just a visual display bug. I wonder how much bone meal do I have?
I'm dropping off more food.
Some. Not a lot. Yeah, I like some of the ancient warfare building designs, but
Oh yes, very pretty.
they're just. Why are you whistling?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And messed with my house. I know her. She doesn't whistle unless she messed with something. Son of a bitch!
I didn't change. That was changed a long time ago.
Okay, that was changed. What did you mess with?
You'll find out.
What the fuck did you mess with? Is that it? She made my bed pink.
You can't see my coffin anymore.
It's like what she does in Stardew Valley. She picks one thing in my house and just
Tweaks
it just like a hair.
It's harmless. I don't just destroy your bed and take your bed.
Yes, Zippity, I have 2 tiny potatoes.
Tiny happy potato.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, we both got in there.
Yep. Oh, we both got credit. Holy shit.
Good timing.
Yep. Makes me hungry for tiny happy french fries. That's dark.
A little bit. A little bit.
Alright. I have plenty of bones, so I'll just use bone meal.
Alright, since doesn't look like ramen's popping on, I am probably going to hop up to the moon and continue my search for moon treasure.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And what are we killing with ramen later?
So we have the giant tentacle, which is one of the ones for the exploration quest line.
Okay.
We also have Baphomet, which is a bewitchment boss that is also part of the exploration quest
so
line.
basically one of Satan's minions. Got it.
Yeah. That will basically complete exploration except for the king spider from the Twilight Forest, which I have tried to find several times and had no luck.
Oof. So it sounds like all 3 of us are going to have to go into Twilight Forest, pick a direction, and run.
Maybe. There are tricks, but I'm wondering if there's something particular about the spawn. Like, maybe it says the dark forests, but maybe there's like a particular thing that it spawns near. Don't know.
Gunpowder magma block. Oh no. Do I have gunpowder? I think I have gunpowder. Yeah, I still have a lot, and I still also have the handgun. I love its phrase too. It's like for great justice.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I hear that, I always keep wanting to say, "Take off every zig."
Yes.
It's like, god damn, that thing is forever cemented in my brain.
Yep.
I need a magma block. How can I make a magma block? I don't have the materials for that. Okay. Do I have magma cubes? I can do that. Okay. Needs 6 magma creams. And I'll take my 1 magma block, which I need. And then I need blaze powder, ender pearl, and a gold leaf. So I need blaze powder, which I still have a bunch. I need an ender pearl. I have 61,000 of those.
Nice.
Don't think I'm going to be running out of those anytime soon.
Think you've definitely got me beat on ender pearl stock.
Hello.
Well, I also was planning on... What are you doing?
Hello.
You know I'm in the middle of a ritual, right? What's up?
Can't change your colors, damn it.
You can't dye me! The fuck? She's sitting here with dye in her hand and she's trying to dye me.
What a noob uninstall!
She just called you a noob. AP called you a
No,
noob.
I knew that. Oh, I know I can't dye you.
Then why the fuck did you try doing that?
To be a shit. Because guess what I just went and did?
What? Did you dye my house again? She has multiple beds in her inventory that she is switching out my fucking bed for. God.
You should see my dye stash.
She has a huge dye stash, too. AV's like, I did not call Ann a noob. I'd never. Your timing says otherwise, AP.
Yeah.
Alright, Hey, where's my... The hell's going on here?
There was a little bit of a lag spike.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was weird. Oh, there it goes. Ah, of course. It's there, so there. God damn it.
Nice part being right next door to a flower field.
Yeah, I know. You have, like, near infinite flower colors you can pull from. Great thing about Botania, lots of dye. She's not using Botania.
Nope.
She literally lives next to a flower biome.
Yep.
That is how she's doing it.
Yep. So I'm just randomly harvesting dye.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Hey, another God King summoning place.
Murder him. Death. Death to the enemy. So, I watched the Templin Institute recently play through all of Armada 1, Star Trek Armada 1.
Uh-huh.
God, was that a little painful. Like, I get not everybody is great at strategy games. I understand this. What?
Okay, good.
And I understand that's a thing. I do get that. But at the same time, it's like he had only one dilithium miner on a resource.
Uh-huh.
So it's like I'm not sure if you ever played Armada.
It's been a while.
Okay.
I remember bits and pieces.
The best way to describe that is I think we played StarCraft at one point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having one MCV on the crystals.
Yep.
It's like you could do that, but why? Like there's no reason for it.
Sure.
Was this the Borg incident you mentioned last week? Yes. It was painful to watch him play Borg because like he did okay when he played Federation. Like his issues playing the various races wasn't terrible, for the most part, excluding the Borg. He did play the Romulans beautifully. Like there was one mission that like encouraged you to basically backstab the Borg as the Romulans. And I was like, okay, he saw that coming. He knew it was going to come. And he just filled the Borg base with torpedo turrets. And just let them go to town when the betrayal happened. And wiped out their base. And I was like, that was clever. That was smart. Good on you, man. Like, that was a tactic I hadn't thought of. And I was like, that was cool. But then he played the Borg. And he tried rushing with the Borg.
Doesn't work so well.
And I'm like sitting there going, the problem I've always run into with Star Trek Armada is, and this worked with Star Trek Armada 1, 2, and the mod pack 3, they really try to get you to encourage to think in the way of the faction you're playing. If that makes sense, candid.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're playing Federation, they try to convince you to play defensively.
Right.
And counterattack. Klingons, it really encourages you to rush forward, be hyper-aggressive, and attack your enemy and just murder. Romulan encourages you to use a lot of special weapons, special tactics, and be sneaky. But with Borg, you have to be very slow, very methodical, you know.
Slow and steady wins the race with the
Yeah. Yeah, as Zippity says, the Borg ships require way too many resources. Best to go in with a build-up strat, then portal in and Hulk smash. That's very true. You basically sit back, assimilate any ships that come near you, your defenses, absorb their crew, absorb their ships, and break down their ships for resources. And then once you have a redonkulous amount of resources, then go to town. Mm-hmm. And that applies especially in Armada 3. But, like, Mark from the Templin Institute, because that's what his name was, Mark, he just rushed every time with the Borg. And he was wondering why the Borg mission seemed so much bullshit. He's like, these missions suck. These missions are bullshit. And I'm like,
because you're doing them wrong.
Because you're playing the Borg wrong. You're literally thinking like a Klingon while you're playing the Borg.
Yeah.
It does not work that way. You have to think like the Borg. You have to think very slow, very methodical. It's one of the reasons why I love playing the Borg in Star Trek Armada. Because I like being that slow, methodical movement where I have to plan everything well ahead in advance. And also I like the idea of what's mine is mine, what's yours is mine kind of mentality.
Yeah.
That's always helpful. Alright, so we got the creation catalyst. I don't know what the fuck it does, but I have it now.
It catalyzes creation. Come on.
Well, yeah, but that's not helpful.
That's at least as helpful as most of the guides about bewitchment.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, I think I have one more thing to build in Natura, and I am done with Natura. And it is the Lamp of Sanctuary. Not sure what it does, but we're about to find out. And there it is. We have the Lamp of Sanctuary. What I could probably read in the book now that I've made it what it does. Lamp of Sanctuary. Where are you?
I think it prevents spawns of some kind.
There it is. Lamp of Sanctuary. When supplied with a redstone signal, it will cause any monsters in an area up to 48 blocks around it to stop appearing altogether, no matter the light level.
Neat.
Neat.
For this, the strength of the redstone signal determines the range. Every time a monster is seized, a small amount of aura is used. That's not terrible.
Potential wide area blocking of spawns. Yeah, that could be useful.
Yeah, I can... That is neat. And with that being said, guess what?
It's done.
Natura
Hooray.
is done. We don't have to worry about Natura anymore.
Outstanding. So we've got the 2 Electro Blob and the Thaumcraft.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do Thaumcraft. Fuck me.
It's just one more quest.
I understand, but it's still... That one more quest requires a lot of research.
That's fair.
It is not a fun thing. Yeah, Zippity. So basically, it's a mega torch. Yes, it's a mega torch. That requires essence skills. Essence, essentially, to run. Or its own version of essence. That hasn't gotten to all 4. This one has gotten to all 4. That's neat. Alright. I'm going to let all 4 of those get to all 4 before I harvest them. So I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Thaumcraft, what do you fucking require now? Newly discovered research. What is it? I'm not seeing anything on here. Oromancy. We have a little bit of Oromancy. We have a lot of Oromancy, Alchemy, Artifice, Infusion. I feel like there's different styles I'm missing. Could have sworn there was more than these 5.
You got some over on the right there, don't you?
Yeah, but those are the added mods ones.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about with base Thaumcraft.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Well, either way, it's going to be time for research. And when I say time for research, I am going to be meaning... Put these in here. Keep only the Thaumonomicon on me. Go into creative mode because I've done this in survival mode once, and I'm not fucking doing that again. That is a big bag of fuck that. Oh my god. I'll go Golemancy. Infusion. Inspired. Go more. I think I'm going for Golemancy on this one. Alright, either file of Kalis. Alright. That's not it. That's not the right color. Or is it? Oh, okay. It changes color. That's cute. Kalis Essentia. Don't care. Promptly piss off. Did you get a book from Cloak Thumbcraft Mods? Have you gone through their portals? Did you get enough personal warp yet? LOL. Oh, God.
I do have one of the Crimson Codex Curios.
I think I do, too. Alright, so I got a Golomancy. Let me double check. I'm fairly certain I do have that. Yep, Crimson Rights. I have that. I also have a Caster's Gauntlet, a Barrier, a Flux Sponge. But we've turned off Flux, and I have a few crystals. Not a lot. And a Thermometer. Some unlocks are highly involved. Yeah, I know. Christ. Christ, do I know. No, like, Zippity, I've done this whole thing in survival on the 112 2-pack.
Yep.
And I wanted to, like, murder people by the end of it. Straight up. I was ready to kill. Like, my God. Crystals, Vis crystals, yep, blah, blah, blah. Plants, Great Wood, Silverwood, we have those. Celestial Observations, Warp. Yeah, which we have the... Oh, I can make the Sanity Checker. Can I make the Mirrored Glass yet? Do I have what's needed for Mirrored Glass? Let's see. Aqua and Ordo Crystal. There. Got plenty of that, so I need an Aqua. Yeah, Aqua Crystal, and I can throw you away. Ordo Crystal. What else do I need? Glass Pane and Quicksilver. That's a question. Do I have that unlocked? I think that's under Artifice, isn't it? Mirror Magic, Essentia Mirrors. Maybe not. Maybe it's under Alchemy? I'm trying to remember where the glass is.
Don't know.
Golomancy. Maybe you can always make it, because I don't see it anywhere on here. Did you scan everything possible? Yes, everything has been scanned. Christ. I remember that much. Where's my thermometer? Come here, thermometer.
I think every time I've played Thaumcraft, I have also lost a thermometer into the cauldron.
Yeah, that's always happened. Oh, no, I didn't scan that thing.
I'm gonna head out.
Anne's laying down. She's getting tired. Oh, damn it. Where did it go? There it goes. Scan that. Yeah, learn something new. See if anything over here I can scan.
Remote. You want to take the remote?
Yeah, I'll take the remote. Yep, thank you. Oh, there it goes. It caught up.
Yeah, we had a little lag spike.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're still very much in playable territory.
Oh, hey, I didn't want to harvest it. I want to scan it. Okay, those have all been scanned. Nope. I got something from it. Okay. Got something new. I think anything new gets glowy blue circles, I think, or something like that.
Oh, this one's already been rated. Damn. Yep, I already hit that one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the having to scan every bloody thing under the sun.
I don't mind the scanning stuff as much. I think that's one of the less obnoxious parts of Thaumcraft.
Okay.
Wizen, you are correct.
This mod pack isn't the easiest to install. No. We also have a link in the pin post that will give you what you need to modify your config file so you can play on the server.
Yeah, it's very finicky. Like you have to have the same matching config files as the server has.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if this one's been rated already.
Door, you gonna let me in?
Lag.
Yeah, the lag has returned.
I believe I have thoroughly exploited this particular ethereal wizard tower. Yep.
Alright, Golem, you're in the way. This is gonna be fun, especially when I get downstairs and scan the ME system. Because if you scan the core, that's how it scans the items or the drives. It's one or the other. No, do not put it in there.
Cupboard storage, yes. The kitchen, the multi-block kitchen has storage, and the cooking table in the center of it can draw from all the...
Oh, you asshole.
What'd you just do?
What's going on?
Oh, I accidentally threw the thermometer into the fucking crucible. It's like,
Yeah.
That's a misclick.
Oh, God. Every time.
I fucking hate this pack. I hate it.
At the very least, the crucible thing should have like an interface where you have to hit like commit to throw something in, because otherwise it's...
Or
just...
it should be like a chest or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a chest or something.
My god damn it.
Like the Tinker Smeltery, you fill its inventory and things don't necessarily instantly disappear. You have a chance to get them back out.
Long enough to consume right?
Yeah. Something, just some forgiveness for fuck's sake.
Yes, I keep getting the wrong thing. Don't find it.
Alright, that covers that.
I got a big lag right now.
Yeah. It's trying to catch up, and it's...
Well, the tick per second rate is not bad right now, so I wonder if it's maybe just some network issues between the server and us.
Possibly.
We're actually getting 50% of our expected ticks per second at the moment. That's not bad.
I believe in you. Thank you, Tiny Potato. It's nice to see that something believes in me. Oh, yeah. I'm beginning to think I might need to just walk down the stairs. That might be faster than waiting for the ticks to register I used the elevator.
Yeah. But yeah, later on this week, if there's time, I might like to try turning off the, at least like the Nether portal expansion or creep or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that might help a lot.
If it's useless entity ticks, so it can't hurt.
Yeah, that's true. It could help to just remove it, to give it a try.
Yeah. All right.
No, we're waiting a few seconds. There he goes. Oh, my battery is empty.
Interesting.
All my batteries are empty. But there's still lava coming in.
So wherever the power is going, it's just basically continuously going out instantly?
Maybe? Let me check the player shop. Is it... The player shop is not going out. It's not acting like it is. No, the player shop's still absorbing it. And it's generating 840 RF per tick.
Okay. It's just not stored any because it's all going somewhere.
Yep.
I was about to do that and then stopped. It's like, shit. Sorry.
Love you.
Thank you. Whoopsies.
Yep. So it is generating power. It's just not able to store any, and that's okay.
What's your Flux Network battery look like?
Full.
Okay.
That's the big red thing I'm looking at. They're all full. It's just this battery is empty. What happened?
No, I was just looking at the array of gargantuan flux storage.
Yeah. I have 16 of them now. I got to the point where I was like, okay, it's time to store that much energy and see what happens, and I still have that much. It's like, goddamn. Alright, time to oh, did it just try to make me interact with it instead of just... Come on, let me just read it.
I got another lag spike.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, there we go. I know it's one of these things you can scan, and it lets you like learn everything that's inside of it. I forget if it's the servers or if it's the core. Unless ME Eternal fixed that, and now we have to take everything out again. Because that will piss me off.
You honestly probably don't need that many observations to just meet the minimums of the research we need.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would not sweat it.
Yeah. God damn it. Uh-huh. I take care of that. Alright, I think this is all I'm gonna get for now. Why is the bed still requiring me to scan it? What the hell's going on here? That's weird. Alright, I should have more than enough observations at this point. Error during the startup process prevent MC Eternal from starting installing MC Eternal via the Curse launcher, then modifying mod profile with the profiles from Google Drive. Then running and getting Minecraft failed to start. So, like, you installed it from the Curse launcher, then you turned it off. Like, you tried running it, turned it off, and you got the config folder. You replaced our config folder with the one that was in there, and it's saying it's failing. Huh. That's a bit odd.
How much RAM are you giving it, Wizen?
Yeah, that could be the other problem.
Because to get MC Eternal to start, even in a very rudimentary way, I had to give it, I think, at least 12 gigs dedicated, and yeah, it was not super happy at 12.
Yeah, the pack itself says 6, but usually I recommend doubling that minimum.
Yeah, and whatever your launcher is, it should be able to give you like some Java options to go in and say reserve this much memory for Java.
Blaze, nether, brick, obsidian. Okay. Blaze, rod. Nether, brick.
Yeah, if you've got 16 installed, then yeah, you might want to at least... how much... If you give it 12, you should be able to get it running. In my experience.
Yeah.
You want to save some for your OS. You don't want to, starve Windows.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that. Alright. There's arcane billows there. Alright. Let me see what we got. Okay, where's my Twitch? Twitchy, where are you? Alright. Let us see who's on because it's 9:30. Alright, we got... the Brotato with Blades and Sorcery, Mike the T with League of Legends, Blood Nerd is playing Hades. That's always a fun game. Dilly Doe is playing Days Gone. Don't know that one. Phil Motter's playing Bloodborne. Pilot Days playing RimWorld. Same with Hippo. He's playing RimWorld. I wonder who we should do. I am thinking Blood Nerd, probably. Yeah. He's in the middle of running Hades, so we could definitely help him out.
Hades is an amazing game.
Oh yeah, it's a fun game. Fun as hell. So let's do that. So we're gonna go raid Blood Nerd. Alright. So if you're a subscriber, please use the following message. If you are a follower, please use the following message. Remember that yes, it is always time for tea. Even though I'm ran out of tea, I'm now on water. And join us Wednesday for RimWorld, because that's our Wildcard Wednesday game currently, where you get to mess with my colony or join it, or both. So you guys have a great night. Let us go raid Blood Nerd. All right. I'll catch you guys all Wednesday. Toodles. Chaos Wednesdays. Yeah. Woo!